Washington Grown is brought to you by the Potato Farmers of Washington. Learn why Washington is home to the world's most productive potato fields and farmers by visiting potatoes.com. And by the Washington State Department of Agriculture, supporting the viability and vitality of Washington agriculture. And by Northwest Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow.
Hi everyone, I'm Christy Goranson and welcome to Washington Grown. Growing food isn't all that our farmers and ranchers are up to these days. In this episode, we're going to look at how Washington's ag community is cultivating young leaders for the future.
Tomas is visiting Mount Tahoma High School, where they have a special ag-focused curriculum.
Have you eaten a lot of kale and peas before you got into this class?
No. Not really.
Are you eating more kale and peas now that you're in this class?
Yeah, actually.
And I'm making hummus at kid-friendly restaurant Vios.
I said everything has to be good in our restaurant, but the olive oil and the honey, they gotta be the best.
The best.
Yeah.
Then we're following one young professional's journey as she shows and auctions off her steer Herfy.
You're maneuvering these big animals.
We have him on the halter since they're 9 months old. He is the sweetest deer.
All this and more today on Washington Grown.
It's hard when you're as short as I am.
Sheep, come and see Christy, sheep. Sheep.
Ta-da!
It's like I can taste the sunshine.
Cheers.
Bring him in.
Boom.
The calories are adding up.
No calories in this.
You don't get to do this every day.
Need a good spot to relax with the whole family? Vios Cafe and Marketplace in Seattle has got you covered. A kid-friendly space and a Greek-inspired menu everyone will love will have the whole family begging for seconds.
So welcoming and refreshing.
It's like family and kids and friends.
The food's great, the people are great. It's like family here, and they treat you like family.
Well, in 2001, I lost my wife, and I was left with a 4-month-old baby.
Tomas Sakakos took tragedy and turned it into something beautiful, designing his restaurant to be a special place for people of all ages.
I took a couple of years off to learn how to become a daddy, and then I need to go back to work, and I thought what kind of place I wanted to operate, and I thought, how about a family place I can really raise my son. I decided to call Vios because in Greek, Vios means life. And it was a metaphor for me.
We just let the kids loose right there in the play area and then just have like a nice meal together.
When people really arrive here, the first thing they will just go and unload the kids into the kids area. And the second thing they will do, they order a glass of wine.
It's always been all about family.
Everyone here is just so warm and pleasant that it makes it easy to come out with the kids.
He instills this atmosphere of fun and family, and it just feels like that here.
Don't miss later in the show when Chef Tomas and I make some delicious hummus.
Yeah?
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
In high school, we all learned about history, math, English, and a lot of other subjects. But what about farming? Here at Mount Tahoma High School in Tacoma, they've added agriculture to their curriculum.
My name is Ben Mearsman. I'm a teacher here at Mount Tahoma High School.
Ben teaches plant biology and sustainable agriculture at the school, but his classroom isn't inside. Instead, it's in a greenhouse.
Yeah, so this is the Mount Tahoma Farm.
Oh, right on, look at that.
I like to call it the Tahoma Urban Family Farm. Some of the beds here, I told students, okay, let's do tomatoes here, let's do corn here, let's do whatever it is here. But then some of them I let them really just design and plant what they wanted to plant, just kind of as an experiment for them to just get in the dirt and let them have freedom over what they're doing.
Do many of them come in already familiar with some of the stuff, or do you get a good percentage of kids that know nothing about gardening?
There are a handful that come in with some knowledge, but a lot of kids come in and this is their first introduction to growing food.
Right.
A lot of times when I'm in here, pre-COVID, I'm eating the whole time. I'm eating radishes or lettuce or whatever's growing. And kids a lot of times are like, what are you doing? You can't eat that. And I'm like, yes, you can.
Wow, that's
it's
amazing.
Food. I think there's sometimes a disconnect between the food you buy in the store and then actually where it comes from, how it's grown, and what it looks like when it's growing too. So this program was originally started at another high school here in Tacoma as kind of an experiment. It's meant to kind of be a reset for students and to give them a place where they feel safe, where they feel comfortable, and where they can be themselves.
I just like to play, it's all about nature.
Well, especially with this whole COVID thing, we're kind of stuck inside. We don't really know anything about like just going out and, physical work, I guess.
I was planting kale and peas and all that, so.
Had you eaten a lot of kale and peas before you got into this class?
No. Not really.
Are you eating more kale and peas now that you're in this class?
Yeah, actually.
This beats sitting in a classroom, huh?
No, I don't like doing this stuff. I'd rather do this stuff.
Now it's my turn to get my hands dirty, starting by thinning the garden.
What have you learned so far from this class, besides thinning the garden?
There's lots of different plants that I never knew, and some plants have to be deeper and some plants have to be higher up.
Oh, okay.
I never really gardened at my house. It was mostly just my mom.
Well, now, do you think you could go home and teach her a few things?
Maybe.
Now it's time to head into the greenhouse to plant and pot some seeds.
What I do is I make a hole.
Okay, just in the middle?
Yep. Honestly, after that, you just water it and then you just wait for the result.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's that simple?
Yep.
Is there a crop that you guys would like to grow that you haven't gotten a chance to do yet?
I'd just probably like to grow a cactus or something. Something small and simple.
Okay, right. Something that doesn't need a lot of attention.
Yeah, it can just sit there.
Right. And you're kind of using the pot from below method?
Yeah. Well, I don't really know how to do this, so.
We are gardening fools out here. What's it gonna take to get more schools around the state doing stuff like this?
Having administrators and school districts really see the importance of having students understand where their food comes from and then the whole food system. I think we don't value that enough. You just go to the store, you buy your food, that's it. But understanding our food systems and social justice issues and all of that stuff, I think if we had school districts that put weight into that and realize the importance of it and understanding it for our students, I think things could change.
Hey, let's go. Now, I've always been a big fan of baked goods. Cupcakes, muffins, cookies, and even scones. Well, today, hi-ho silver. We're gonna go visit the Scone Ranger right here in Spokane, and I can't wait. David Ainley and his wife have been making scones since 2009, and in keeping with the theme of their business, they even made up their own theme song.
Have a scone, have a scone, have a scone today. Get a fix, get it quick, hurry, don't delay. Don't you know, help is on the way. The Scone Ranger will improve your day.
Okay, now I know you're not gonna give me the recipe, but what's the secret?
I think a lot of scones are overworked. One of my friends came over for pinochle, and he was on his third scone, and he says, David, you've got something here.
The wait is over. It's time to try some huckleberry scones made with locally picked huckleberries. Wow. We talked earlier about the fact that most scones are really dry. This isn't that way.
No.
You need to get yourself one of these. Now let's see what everybody else thinks.
Where do I?
Oh wow, that is so good. That's really good.
Who made this? Who made it?
The flavor of the huckleberry is very apparent, very, very rich, and it's really, really sweet, which just tops it off with that dessert.
Oh man, amazing, amazing. I love it.
Very flavorful.
I'm glad I have not ever had these because I might be in trouble now, so.
This is what you want. Fans, check it out. I will be coming back if that says anything. I will be back here.
The Scone Ranger will improve your day.
How long does it take for the yellow pear tomato to go from seed to fruit? We'll have the answers right after the break.
Coming up, I'm making hummus at Vios in Seattle.
Yeah?
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
And we're in the kitchen at Second Harvest trying out some blueberry pancakes.
It takes a yellow pear tomato 75 to 80 days to bear fruit.
We're back at Vios Cafe and Marketplace in Seattle. Here, owner Tomas Soukakos has created a space where parents can come to let their kids have fun and have some great Greek food too.
There's a dozen of kids that they grew up in here, you know, like I said, we have this restaurant now 19 years. Yeah. I've seen these kids, you know, growing up. I have pictures from them and you can see them, you know, like growing up in the year after year.
I feel like it's very inclusive to all ages.
Like family friendly, lively.
It's a winner. It's absolutely a winner with the kids too.
I used to cook a lot of dinners at my house and I was hosting everybody and I was always broke. So I thought, oh, I will open a restaurant so my friends can come and eat and pay for it.
And pay money
for it, you know. Of course, I was alone in here. I didn't have any other family, so I was really eager about to extend my, you know, my family.
Social circle,
exactly.
A restaurant's a great way to do that.
Indeed.
You can come and snack and have food with the family. There are vegetarian options, vegan options, anything you want, it can be here.
I don't think I've had anything here that has not been good.
Simple can be delicious.
Yeah, and tasty.
What are you and I going to make today?
Today, we're going to try one of the popular dishes, the hummus. Our hummus is made from chickpeas that we grown in Pullman and very nutritious. The chickpeas are from Pullman, Washington. It's a very specific chickpea called Pedrosilano.
Pedrosilano.
Yes, and it's called the hummus chickpea.
The day before we came, Tomas soaked his chickpeas with baking soda and water in order to help them break down. The next day, he put aside that water and cooked them with some carrots, celery, and fresh garlic.
We do that in order to enhance the nutrient levels of the chickpea stew per se.
Well, let's get started.
We start by adding the chickpeas and some garlic cloves to a food processor. In the meantime, Tomas has me smash more garlic.
Yeah, you did mention earlier, you know, using canned chickpeas, and it's nothing really wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think it does get the flavor level
I
that
think
we
you're
expect.
right.
It's much quicker. You
Well,
don't have to think about it the day before.
Now, Tomas adds the garlic to the food processor while I juice some lemons.
I like this fancy lemon squeezer.
Yeah, you know, as you know, in the Greek cooking, that we're using olive oil and fresh lemon juice are the two main staples in our cuisine.
Tomas adds 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 1 tablespoon toasted cumin, a half cup tahini paste, and 2 teaspoons salt into the mixture. Next, we add some of the liquid from when we soaked the chickpeas with vegetables.
And that's kind of like a stock.
Exactly, it's like a vegetable stock.
Vegetable stock, yeah.
Next, Tomas adds some olive oil.
I'm from Sparta, which is like the southern part of Greece.
Okay.
Which is one of the main producers of close to Kalamata, which is most of the famous Kalamata olives. I said everything has to be good in our restaurant, but the olive oil and the honey, they gotta be the best.
The best.
Yeah.
After 3 minutes of blending, the processor told us that it was finished.
Sounds so pretty.
As any professional chef will tell you, taste as you go.
Yeah?
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great.
We chop up some veggies for our hummus. Some purple daikon, watermelon radish, carrots, celery, cucumber, and kohlrabi. We also fried up some pita bread.
This is a feast. Oh, okay.
Let's see what we've
It's delicious. It's creamy and rich.
You can taste the lemon, you can taste the...
This is a great thing to make with kids.
All the ingredients, I think, most of the ingredients, you know, the vegetables, the carrots, the celery, the cucumbers, the hummus, the chickpea, the lemon, olive oil, they're very kid-friendly.
Absolutely. Well, this is a feast for me. Delicious.
To get the recipe for Vios' hummus, visit wagrown.com. Farming is definitely a lifestyle, and the best time to learn about the hard work and dedication farming takes is when you're young.
We are at the Spokane Junior Livestock Show, and I am showing steers.
Anna Geddes is a 9th grader showing steers at the show today. Competing takes time and dedication to your animal.
My brother and I have been getting up for the past 3 months at 5:40. We get up and we feed 6 steers every morning, turn fans on them, work their hair, do our stuff during the day, come back at night, feed them, let them go, work their hair again, and then clean out the pens.
And all this too, you're going to school.
Yeah.
You're a busy girl.
Yeah.
Today, Anna is showing her steer Herfy. She's worked with him for a long time and will show him for 3 days before he's sent to auction.
Herfy's a purebred Hereford steer that I raised myself off one of my cows. I've had him since January of 2020.
You proud of him?
I am really proud of Herfy, yes. He is the sweetest deer.
You have to say goodbye.
I do. I have to say goodbye all the time.
I know. Okay.
You do know that's feeding someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anna's mom, Kelly, was also at the show to support her kids.
Are you proud of your kids?
Yes, I'm very proud of my kids and my nephews and my cousins, all of them.
Yeah, it's like a big family party in there, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
My whole entire family, like, clear from my great-grandpa's showing steers, so just since I was 2, I've been working on the cattle.
They get up at 5 in the morning before school. They go catch them, tie them up, feed them so they know how much each animal's getting. They have to learn, well, this one doesn't gain as much per day and this one's gaining too much, so this one needs more and this one needs less.
Well, I see a lot of young girls like you probably only weigh like 100 pounds, and you're maneuvering these big animals.
You have them on the halter since they're 9 months old. They gain to trust you and cooperate with the halter before they get huge.
In addition to Anna, there are a ton of other 4-H members of all ages competing today.
I'm Rosin Soliday. I'm 14 years old, and I'm here showing my steers.
My name is Grace Booth, and I'm 18.
How old are you?
9.
You're 9? And what are you doing here today?
I'm showing my steer Rocky.
I feel like it teaches you hard work, how much responsibility to take care of an animal is, and to raise them how you want them to be fit for the show.
What do you do when the steer does not want to cooperate?
We work through it.
That steer must be a lot bigger than you.
He weighs 21 pounds.
How does a little girl like you show a big steer like that?
He's nice and gentle, and I know how to be nice to him, and he would like to be nice back.
It's definitely my favorite, seeing all the little kids run around and asking if they can brush or help out.
He's very well behaved.
He is.
Good job.
Happy.
On the third day of the show, Anna took Herfy to be auctioned off.
Anna Getty's Footloose 4-H Club. We have 65.70, and 65 of them.
I got $2.75 per pound. He weighed 1,300 pounds. 1,310.
Now we're at the $50, 25, 50, 75.
Yeah, it's huge. That's what I was hoping for, shooting for.
So 275 from a buyer, 235.
I was fitting and showing senior champion. So I competed against all the other senior showmen, and I was chosen as the top here.
And what's next for Anna?
Next, I have 3 more steers at home.
Coming up, Tomas is learning how Spokane schools are bringing healthy local foods to school cafeterias.
If we can get the high quality food in front of kids when they're young, then we can help establish the healthy eating behaviors for a lifetime.
Gardening with kids is the most rewarding thing that I do outside. I love growing veggies, but I love it even more when I get to do it with my children. Miss Alta here is an accomplished gardener because kids learn best by doing. So we always have things to do that are kid appropriate in the garden. One of the things that she's best at is finding pests in the garden and helping me get rid of them. Kids learn best by watching their parents, whether that's eating healthy, eating out of the garden, learning how to do things in the garden. They love to watch you work, and it's a great learning opportunity. It's so fun to do with your kids. One of the things that we like to do together is plant seeds. So what I'll do is I'll go through the garden and I'll make the indents, and then Alta will come behind me and she'll put the seeds in. I like to hand them to her one at a time so that we don't get too many in at once, but it's something that we do together that's fun because then she gets to cover up the seeds and then we wait a few days and we get to watch together to see if they sprouted. When your kids are really small, like Enid's age, it's best to just have an area in your yard where you just kind of let them do their own thing. They have a little patch of space that you can kind of just say, it's okay. As they get older, you can let them have their own space in the yard. They're really proud of whatever they grow, and it's wonderful to see them work outside on their own space.
School lunches are a huge part of growing up, but how do schools make sure that kids are getting the freshest and healthiest meals possible? Here in the Mead School District, they have a solution.
I think that getting healthy food in front of kids at young ages is an important thing to help develop healthy behaviors.
Mark Oswald is the Assistant Director of Nutrition Services for the Mead School District, and he helps design meals for schools like Northwood Middle School.
We have a big passion for healthy food, We want to put the highest quality product in front of the students as possible so that they can get a good experience with it. Kids tend to eat more fresh produce if they're the ones who choose it, so we like to give options and choices to the students.
I've had meetings with like parent groups and they said, yeah, my kid goes to the grocery store and says like, hey, I saw that red pepper. We have that at school. Can we buy some?
Kim Elkins is the nutrition director for the school district, and she likes offering foods that the kids probably haven't tried before.
We've done kale chips, which was interesting because nobody on our staff thought kids would eat it, but they did. They would take handfuls of kale chips on their trays and would love it.
Mead School District participates in a Harvest of the Month program. The district partners with Link Foods to get freshly packed, hyper-local food delivered once a month.
We really do try to focus on bringing the high quality Washington products into the schools. And then this Harvest of the Month is our way to bring the really local, really fresh, picked within a day or so of service. That's our way to get those foods into the school.
All right, time to get back in the kitchen to prepare this Harvest of the Month, locally grown asparagus and radishes.
So how long have you been working here, Shannon?
Almost 20 years.
20 years?
Yes.
That's a good career. Why do you like it?
I love the kids.
Are you a grandma?
Yes, I am.
I get a sense you're a great grandma.
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm the fun grandma.
How long are you guys gonna roast this stuff for?
Till it's done.
All right, let's see what the kids have to say.
Did you have the asparagus today?
Yes, indeed, I did.
What'd you think about it?
It was really good, not gonna lie. I love asparagus. I love vegetables in general.
It's healthier food and it's just better.
It tastes better than it would like processed food.
I think it's good for kids to know like that veggies can be good too.
It feels good to know that like I'm eating something locally and it's not like packaged.
And they're really good.
And they're really good?
Yes.
In like 10 years, those kids that were in elementary school will be graduating and they'll have better food habits.
If we can get the high quality food in front of kids when they're young, then we can help establish the healthy eating behaviors for a lifetime.
Well, welcome to In the Kitchen. We're here at Second Harvest in Spokane, and I'm here with my tasting partners. I have Tomas over here, and we have our chef, Laurent. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's a great pleasure to be here again. It's fantastic to see you both.
It's good to be back. Here we go again.
I know. Are we ready to eat some food?
I think so.
Yeah. So this episode is all about kids and food and kids in ag.
What's funny about kids and food, sometimes I think as adults, we underestimate our children. It doesn't have to be about mac and cheese and chicken nuggets all the time. You know, introduce kids to flavors and spices and hot sauce early. They'll learn to like it. They'll love it.
You bet. Yeah, cooking with kids is a lot of fun. I think some of the things that I cooked with my kids would be, you know, the cookies and the cakes and baking.
Yeah, I try to avoid chopping and knife skills, you know.
Right.
More like mixing and assembling things. And like Thomas said, introduce them with different flavor, better quality product, and at a young age. I remember my two sons eating snails when they were 4 and 5 years old, you know, and they still love that. They still love
Escargot,
it.
Yes.
Escargot, exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. I don't think my kids have eaten snails on purpose yet.
Yes.
But it is kind of exciting when you see kind of that spark, the joy of being in the kitchen and, you know, being with family.
Completely, and it doesn't matter what age you are. When you make something, it will taste better because you made it. So.
Awesome. Well, today we are going to eat some blueberry pancakes. We're going to make some blueberry pancakes. Kids love pancakes usually, right?
Yeah.
And kids love blueberries.
They do.
Yeah.
And they're good for you. Antioxidants, good fruit.
Yeah.
Good
So let's take a look at how these blueberry pancakes are made. This looks so good, and they smell delicious. They smell really, really good. Big, plump blueberries.
I know. Oh, I need my
Now, how are you guys
syrup.
gonna build these? Are you gonna do it with the whipped cream? Are you just gonna go syrup?
Syrup,
I don't
syrup
know, I'm
for
doing
me.
the syrup.
Syrup.
I don't eat pancakes very often, but when I do, they are blueberries. Blueberry pancakes.
They're delicious. They're very, fluffy and not dry.
You're
And I
right.
think the fact that there is yogurt into the recipe helps a lot.
It's different. I've never
Really?
tried yogurt before in
No.
a pancake, but it's
Haven't
nice.
either. The author of this recipe says it's an excellent recipe for blueberry pancakes, delicious, nutritious, and flavorful. When blueberries are out of season, you can always use frozen blueberries that have been thawed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the comments that we got from Jaylay, she says, or he says, I used low-fat soy milk and added 2 tablespoons of flax seeds to
there you go.
give it a little more
Nutrition.
oomph.
Yeah. Well, pancakes are so versatile. You can make them
They really are.
a million different ways.
And these blueberries are
They're really good.
And
delicious.
I really enjoy the hint of nutmeg also.
This recipe, blueberry pancakes, you can find it on allrecipes.com. You can also find it on our website. And we love it when you go to our website or our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. If you make these recipes that we show you, tag Washington Grown on social media. We'd love to see what you do.
Yeah, and let us know how it tastes and maybe what kind of variety you've thrown into the mix.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to continue eating.
Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Can I have another one?
To get the recipe for these blueberry pancakes, visit wagrown.com.
Through programs like 4-H and FFA, even just a backyard gardening experience, it's easier than ever for kids to learn and connect with the food they eat. That's it for this episode of Washington Grown. We'll see you next time.